And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you as I do every day during the week and sometimes during the weekend. If I'm on the move with this weekend, I definitely was on the move with my buddy Omar popping in from Texas. I've been all over the place, moving around the city and having a good time doing it. And so, anyway, how are you all doing? It is Motivation Monday. It is Motivation Monday, and we are going to leave here motivated. I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. And you probably can see there's a new format to the screen here. And if you also not today, not so much, but usually what we can do it on the if you scan the corner here, you got the QR code, you can join in on the conversation. We have panel discussions. So move things around a little bit so it make it easier for people to connect with us on lives. Okay, let's see who's in the building. Who is in the building? It looks like everyone's here. It's a Monday morning. People are excited. Brian gets the gold. Brian Young, creative, is in the building with the gold. Chrissy is in the building. Good morning with the silver. And with the bronze is Miss Aya. Grand Rising Ron, she says. And we have the great G.R. Houston. Jack is in the building. How are you? Anthony Rowland is in the building. How are you? Kelly Ye is in the building. Jazzy is in the building. Elise is in the building, my lovely Elise, my sister. Mimi Hinton is in the building. Hey, Mr. Adrian Flores is in the building. Happy Monday, fam. And Omar is in the building. He says, I'm actually here and I'm still late. Omar is at the diner. He is not in the house right now. He's at the diner. And I see that. Good morning. Good morning. Bryson is in the building. He says, what's up, Ron? What's up, RLP fam? What's up, CQ fam? Happy money making Monday. Football season is back in full swing. Did y'all teams win? Did anyone did your team win yesterday? There were a lot of games on yesterday. I know Omar was going crazy because the Giants were not doing too good yesterday. Omar was losing his mind when we were at the restaurant yesterday. And speaking of restaurants, a big thank you. Hey, let me just say hello to the Girls Club Inc. Says good morning, Ron, and everyone. Make sure I get that in there. But yesterday, we had the best time in our Touch Base Daily get together at Fancy Free Sports Bar here in Fort Greene. And we had such a great time. And we had so many cool people came out to join us. So much fun. And that was just part of my weekend. The weekend, but that really was the highlight of the weekend is having everyone come out. And Omar was like, Ron, I'm coming to New York. I want to meet people. I want to meet people from the Touch Base Daily community that are in New York. Let's try to make it happen. And so I invited folks to come. Some weren't able to show up because they had other obligations. But the folks that showed up, we had a great time. We had a great time hanging out, talking, chatting, laughing, talking politics. You know, you can't have a conversation and me not be there and not talk politics. We talked politics. We talked about the trend lines of photography, where photography is now, where it was, where it's going. We talked about AI. We just had a great conversation over food. And you could not ask for a better day. The weather was perfect. The weather was perfect. There's Adrian when it comes to the Giants. He says, Giants are trash. Oh, don't go there. He says, I watched that dumpster fire in person. That's right. You were there. That's right, Adrian. You were on duty yesterday. Yes, Adrian. is, well, he'll tell you one day, but he does. He's at the game. He was at the game doing responsibilities. I see here also. Who else is in here? That was funny. I can always look for Adrian to tell me how he really feels about any about any particular subject. Hey, this is good morning. Thank you. I see. Oh, Bryson says my Cowboys win last night, and all Detroit Lions were really happy they won last night also. So the Cowboys won and the Detroit Lions won. Okay, good job to those wonderful teams. I see Jazzy says, "Heck no, my team did not win, nor did I expect them to. We are horrible, but I'm going to rock with them." Jazzy, would that happen to be the Giants? Jazzy, would that happen to be the Giants? Um, Omar says about yesterday, so much fun, except for the Hornets. We were eating outside, and the Hornets were eating with us. I did not know that hornets love food, like regular food. Usually the bees don't land on food. Bees, they go for the nectar in the flowers. But hornets, they will land on your food and try to eat. No, and they do eat. I mean, and they're eating. And it was really interesting. It was so much fun. I mean, look, I'm not afraid of the hornets or the bees, and I tell people all the time, don't swat at the hornets. Don't swat at the bees. It makes them angry. Just let them fly around. They'll go away. They will leave you. But I know most people are terrified of bees and hornets. So, but not me, not I. That's one thing I'm not afraid of. That's from hiking, being out in the wilderness. See, Chris R is in the building. Good morning. I was waiting and wondering on the wrong episode. You clicked on the wrong episode, Chris. I didn't know that was possible, but it is because I do post all of the shows so that people can get notified when they want to see the show or be here. Brian says, my Detroit Lions won. My Cleveland Browns didn't. Okay. And Ellie says she's laughing at Jazzy. Amparo's in the building. Grand Rising, Amparo. So good to see you. Kim is in the building. She sends her hands up. Chrissy's Corner says, it was so much fun. Also, how about that couple that we convinced to take a picture? Yes, we did. There was a couple there, a photographer and his, I think his significant. And she did not want to take pictures, but we were all in like, no, you need to take pictures. We were all in their business. And they took pictures, and she was happy for it after. She was, and we got to meet a fellow photographer. Shout out to our new photographer friend. I forgot his name. Unfortunately, you know how I am about names, and I need to. Oh well, at this point, at 60 years old, I don't know. It's been my problem ever since I was a kid, remembering names. G says the Texans won. As a matter of fact, while we were eating, we saw the Texans playing. So the Texans won. And who else was in the building? Jazzy, I see you. Jazzy says her team is the Commanders. I didn't even know there was a football team called the Commanders. Did not know. I did not know. I thought I knew all the teams. I used to work at Foot Locker. I used to know all the teams. Okay, did not know there was a team called the Commanders. Girls Club says, my weekend as a sports fan sucked. all the folks that were losers this weekend, sorry, but there's always someone has to win, but then someone has to lose. Okay. Omar's facts, those Hornets were present and bold. Yes, and Chrissy does not like those Hornets either. So funny, so much fun. Titans lost so so when your teams lose, people take it to heart. They go all in. They're just like, this is my team. It was ragged. It was the worst. It was the Yeah, you guys go all in. You guys are true sport fans. I did not know. I knew some of you were sports fans. I mean, Omar was yelling out from the table while looking at the monitor. He was looking at the TV screen and screaming out, "Ah, the Giants!" So, yeah, okay. You guys are true fans. I did not know this community was such a sports fan based community. Okay, Titans lost. Okay, got that one. Glad you all had a great time with great weather. You could not beat this weather we had in New York, and we are still having in New York. It has been a string of great days with great weather. Uh oh, yes, right. Omar said he got his revenge. Omar was able to kill one of the hornets, and I was so like, "Oh my gosh, he killed the hornet! Don't kill God's creations." Yes, he killed the hornet. It was so much fun. We had a great time yesterday. Again, thank you for Keith Major, which is one of Omar's friends. He popped up. For those that don't know, Keith um, did all those amazing covers and Instagram postings on Ebony magazine and their cover story and the photography there. He was with us last night and yesterday, and it was so much fun having him there. And again, Butch and everyone. And like I said, it was really cool to just hang out, spend some time together, and champion the evening. Jamel Shabazz is in the building. What's going on, Jamel? Jamel Shabazz is in the building. Mimi Hinton is in the building. She said the old Redskins now Commanders. Ah, that's what happened. The old Redskins. The Redskins are now the Commanders. Thank you for schooling me. Mimi, I was like, I never heard the Commanders. I know the Redskins, but now I know that there are now the Commanders. Thank you, sports people in the building. Bryce says, "Wait, you worked at Foot?" Yes, I worked at Foot Locker for real. Some of the saddest days of my life. I used to work at Foot Locker on Fulton Street here in downtown Brooklyn. It was really Champ Sports, but it was under the foot. Champ Sports belongs to Foot Locker, and I was one of the managers of the store in Brooklyn. And it was one of the most trying periods of my life. The boosters that used to come in. For those that don't know what a booster is, that's someone that comes in with lined aluminum foiled bags, and they come in and they steal jerseys and everything. And when you are the manager of a store like Foot Locker or Champ Sports, you are everything. You are security, you are human resources, you are store lead, you're the opener, you are the cleaner, you're everything as a manager at one of those retailers. And but yes, I used to work at downtown Brooklyn, and it was tragic. Couldn't wait to get out of there. I was like, oh. But yes, Bryson, I worked for Foot Locker, the company. Yes, and that was a past life experience. Elise says, I don't watch sports. Elise, you're with me. Well, I should say, I love sports. I love watching sports, but I need to be with people to watch sports. I don't watch it by myself. It's like doing wine, right? Most of the time, it's great to drink with others, but not good to drink alone. That's what they say. Elise says, I didn't watch sports. I had friends over for a listening party for Joshua's album. Nice. Okay. Okay. That album. That's the one, that's the gentleman that you shared one of his singles with me. Very good artist. And Omar says the Giants lost because of those horrible uniforms. Omar would not let up on those uniforms. I will tell you, he kept going on about those uniforms yesterday. How many of you like the new Giants uniforms? Those Giant fans. I think they're good. I like them, Omar. I like the Giants uniforms. Chris says 49ers play tonight. Look at all you sports fans in here. Oh, so maybe I need to get into sports. I need to dive more into football. It is my favorite sport of all of the sports is football. Football and soccer, which is football as well. American football and the rest of the world football. I do love sports. Mimi said we go hard for our sports. Yeah, I see. I see. I know G goes crazy about sports. Yeah, all of you guys are sports fans. Nice. Going through this. You guys are pumping out the information here. Good morning. I see in here. Anyone else? Anyone? Okay, we got everybody. We got all the hellos. So in the news, let me just catch up. I was an assistant manager at a look at that. Anthony is also, he said, I was an assistant manager at Foot Locker in Northern California. Anthony, another thing we have in common. Another thing we have in common. G says, my cousin played for a number of years, so I was never on protest. Gotta support the fan. She's like, oh, G is laughing at Girls Club saying that. And Dr. Tachi's in the building. What's going on? Dr. Tachi is in the building. She just walked through the doors. Kimmy says, my Eagles won in Brazil. It was a good game. Wow, look at all you sports fans. Coming left and right with the sports. Okay. And okay. I think we're caught up on sports. We are caught up on sports. There we go. Kimmy says, my son used to work there and his manager still gives us a discount. Those were good discounts. I still have some of my sneakers from my time working at Foot Locker. And that was 15 years ago. Woo! Maybe 16 years ago now. Well, no. Gosh, oh golly. That was 19 years ago. Woo! Where did all the time go? 19 years ago. And let's see here. Here we go. Giants really wore those. Oh no. Girls Clubs doesn't like those uniforms either. She said the Giants really wore those ugly uniforms. I'm so sorry, Omar. Omar, you have company. Omar has company about those uniforms. Okay, here we go. And Jetty says to girls, yeah, I wasn't going to protest because I work for Commanders, but I will say it was an interesting time in the control room. Oh, wow, all the black people protesting. Wow, I did not know that. Jazzy and Girls Club. Whoa, you guys are just enlightening me here. G says, I will not hold it against you, Rashawn. Okay, enough. Enough with sports. We took 20 minutes on sports. Ron, we have a surprise for you. Motivation Monday has become. Almost said, Ron, we have a surprise for you. Motivation Monday has become NFL Weekend in Review. Well, you know what? That may not be a bad thing. Look, yeah, I mean, it is Motivation Monday. Motivation Monday starts at the end, and we always start. I mean, instead of talking politics, Mondays, what better thing to talk about on a Monday is sports, right? I guess we'll have to weave that in there. I think I like that idea, Omar. Right? That's a good way to start off the weekend. The weekend in review is sports. Those sports teams. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Let me click here. Okay, but there are some things. There are some things in the headlines. Ron, you ready for Apple event? Thank you, Bryson. Bryson's letting us know, and I just talked to Chris about this earlier today. The Apple event is at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're interested in finding out about Apple devices, make sure you tune into the Apple event at 1 o'clock. That's happening today for all you Apple lovers. I am now an Apple I don't know if I'm a lover, but I'm an Apple holder. My computers now are Apple. So because it was a year ago, this time last year, that my world changed and I became an Apple consumer. Uh, Adrian says, I'm going to get Ron in a fantasy league next year. Yeah, I was fascinated by him. Adrian and Kevin, they were working on their fantasy football things while we were in South Carolina. I was like, that's fascinating. But I remember when I was at the stock exchange, people were in these little fantasy things. So I just never did it. Adrian says, hi, Auntie. Obviously to G. And I see all you guys, all this love in here, all this in the love of the buildings. Okay. So we got Apple today. The weekend, we already did the weekend in review. Also, just so you remember, for the weekend in review, we did sports, we did a bunch of things. We had the most wonderful exhibition down under the Brooklyn Bridge yesterday. It was the New York City Transit Museum bus show. I did, let me see if I can bring that up. I did a streaming while I was there yesterday, so you can see it. I'm just going to show you it versus telling you about it. But that was yesterday. No sound is going to be used on this one, so just here you go. Here you go. So you see, there was all these, all the buses were out there. There was so many people. They were everywhere. There was no getting on these buses because there was so many people. But it was definitely nice to see all these old buses that bring back such nostalgia here in New York City. They took us from the double-decker buses that used to be here in New York City, which there was one on display. Then you had the first air-conditioned bus. Then you had the bus that became famous because of the honeymooners. It became the honeymooners bus because of Jackie Gleason was his character was a bus driver, and right, so that was good. They also had their lots of puzzles and all kinds of merch of every kind was there. People were purchasing. Lots of geeks, lots of nerds were on. They were having a great time. They were nerding out, geeking out on all of the building of all the buses. But it was such a great event, and I was able to share. So you want to see it? It's on the Move segment on the page. You can check that out and kind of see all the buses. Oh, so that was yesterday. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Okay, let me stop presenting that. Okay, we moved that. And what else? And over the weekend, we did get news that Dick Cheney and now we also know Liz Cheney are endorsing Harris. So not that it's interesting. A lot of people are saying that really doesn't matter. But I think it does matter to the classic Republicans. So Dick and Liz Cheney endorsing Harris is a big thing because these are hardcore Republicans. So that was in the news this weekend. And I don't know if you know about this person, and I'm going to bring it to your attention because I think you will know. You may not have known this guy, Alan Lettman's 2024 presidential prediction. Now, who is Alan Lettman? He has predicted 100% correct every election. Can you believe that? He's a 70-plus-year-old man. He has never not been wrong on his predictions. He has predicted every presidential race. And it's incredible. It's phenomenal. He has what's called these 13 keys to an election. And I'm going to share that with you too, because I think you may find it fascinating to hear let me just see. Let me go to my channel here. And let me see if it's on there. Hold on a second. The things I watch. The things I watch on my page. Let me go there. Home. Here we go. So let me see if it's up there. Let me say, here we go. Let me put his name in there because I find it to be fascinating. I think you will find it to be fascinating. We won't go into it, but it is quite fascinating. Here, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Where is it? Where is it? Usually I can just go to the things that I've seen, but he's been on all. Let me just take it. Here you go. He's going to be on all of media pretty much today because again, he's never been wrong. And his prediction is that Kamala Harris will win the election, not because of his own biases, not because he kind of like has a whim. He literally has a systematic, scientific way of figuring out who wins the presidency. And he has never been wrong. So I'm praying that he is not wrong this year. I'm praying that he is telling that his prediction is correct, but you will find he's been all over, but you just put in there Lichtman. I'll have the link inside our description, but it's Lichtman's predictions for 2024 election. But yeah, it's quite fascinating. And I think you will learn something as he goes through the actual way he does it. He breaks it down. I'm going to put the link in because there's several videos out there, but I'll get you the exact video. And he literally goes through each what they call 13 keys. And he breaks down the keys. This is the first time he's ever done it. But his son has a platform. And so he went live on his son's platform, which garnished a lot of followers, obviously, too, because no one has ever heard his formula, and quite fascinating. So anyway, again, he predicted that that Kamala Harris will win the 2024 election. Quite fascinating, and I hope he's not wrong. Elise says, "I'm praying with you." That's right. Jazzy says, I need him to be right because, woo, exactly. Elise, you heard him. Okay, Elise says, I've heard him explain his system. Tonight, debate is going to. Oh, no, Derek is not tonight. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the debate. Tomorrow's debate. And for those sharing about the debate before we go into our Motivation Monday share. Also, let me go to my channel. I'm going to share one more thing from online here on these clips. Hold on a second. So here we go. So for all those that want to be in a family setting virtually, we are going to have here on our Touch Base Daily a watch party night. So you can join in on our watch party night if you're interested. We will be here together. Bring your wine, bring your popcorn, whatever you decide you want to bring in. And also, we'll have people coming in, sharing on the panel, we're just going to have a great time together as the debate is going on. And then we may linger after to just talk about the debate. So that will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I will open up at 8:45, so I'll be here a little bit earlier. So, but we'll start 9 o'clock. We'll kind of flick through some of the media. We'll look at ABC News together. We can do that on this platform because I am not monetized, so we can do that. So we'll do that together, or we'll just look at our regular TVs and then watch and talk and share and do that. Like, you know how we used to do with Scandal. With Twitter, so you'll be on Scandal and everyone's conversing about Scandal. We'll be doing the same thing about the wonderful debate tomorrow, so that should be a lot of fun. And so come on out, join us tomorrow. If you go onto the page, you click on notify me, and right here is that notify me, and you'll be able to be alerted when we are on tomorrow. Okay, so those are two things that I want to make sure you knew about before we went to our Motivation Monday. Okay, where are we? It is 10:32, so we're a little early today. Okay, let me pop this off the screen. Okay, here we are. Here we are. And let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. But don't be surprised if he backs out today. You know, this is interesting. Derek is saying something that several commentators have said over the weekend. They think Trump might back out. Do you think he could back? Do you guys think he would back out at the last minute? Wouldn't that be harmful to his brand? Wouldn't that make him look weak? Do you? Okay, I gotta take a poll, even though I don't have one of those poll things going across the screen. If you think Trump is going to back out tonight, could you give me a thumb up? Like, use your thumb up emoji. If you think he's going to back out, let me know. Yeah. So I see a lot of no's. Francis said, Olivia, will take over. Be ready to count the I's, not the lies tomorrow, says Brian. Brian says, nope. And Kimmy says, nope. He shouldn't be allowed to back out, Anthony says. Jazzy says, if he backs out, it will be wild. G says, Ron, you can add a poll on your YouTube channel. Oh. How do I do that? Let me see how, I'm still learning this stuff, but I didn't know that. Can I do that? No, let me check it out. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do that. That would be really cool, right? Do I go in my live? Do I go into my live itself? Oh, look at that. Okay. And I've never had myself on live before. And let me see. Can I do a poll? Where's the polls? I don't see where it is. I'm learning. I'm learning, y'all. Thank you for your patience. See here. I can see your chat, but I can't see where to add a poll. Let me see. Patrons, pop outs, page, moderate activity. I don't see it. Okay. I'm going to figure that one out. We're going to figure that one out together. I can't see it. Don't see it on I don't see the capabilities here. Hold on. And podcast, chat, yada, 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 yada. Nope. I don't seem to be able to do it. This is not something I can see that I can do. Okay. But that was a good thought, though. Watching Pop Learn in real time is hilarious, y'all. Thank you, Sonny Boy. Oh, I just love him. Yeah, so we're gonna learn this one together. We'll learn in real time. Well, like I said, I don't see I see it usually when I see other people do it on their platforms, but I have not learned how to use it. Doesn't have it. It doesn't have it. I can't see it. Where is it? Okay, never mind. Moving right along. Let's go straight to our Motivation Monday. Let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Okay, here we go. Pop out of this stuff here. We're moving right along. I'm sure there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So anyway, I will learn. That's the beauty of being on live, is that every day is a learning experience. But thank you, Gwendolyn, for that suggestion. Now, next time we'll have to figure it out. Not live, on our pseudo mock-up one. On the fly Google search. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. So let me pop you onto this one. And I'll be Motivation Monday. It's something I put out into the Patreon community. And so let's see if that pops up quickly. Let me see. That may be. There we go. Okay, that's good. So we are not going back. That's our Motivation Monday tip for this week. And I just posted that on for those that are on the Patreon page. And this quote obviously is from no other. Motivation Monday. We are not going back. Happy Monday, everyone. Today, let's draw inspiration from Vice President Kamala Harris's powerful words. We are not going back. This statement is a rally cry for progress, resilience, and unwavering determination. In our journey, whether personal or professional, we often face challenges that make us question our path. But remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a step towards growth and improvement. We are not going back means embracing the lessons of the past, but not letting them define our future. Can I stop there? Yeah, I mean, this is so important. So important. Um, because a lot of times we do look back at, oh, we're going through something now. I can tell you this. I've had a challenging week, but you have to press forward. You have to keep saying, I'm not going back. I gotta press forward. I gotta keep going. And I think many of us, especially entrepreneurs, um, Adrian says, I can't do the entrepreneur thing. It takes resilience. It takes resilience. We were all talking about this yesterday when we were eating about the turn in the photography industry. The photography industry is not the same as it was just 5 years ago. It is continually changing, but you have to keep creating new ways to build your business and to continue forward or make decisions that you may have to leave the business, but you have to keep going. Whatever you do, you can't go back. You have to go forward. Okay, let me go some more here. As photographers and creators, we capture moments that tell stories of perseverance, joy, and change. Each click of the shutter is a testament to moving forward, capturing the essence of now and envisions a brighter future. Let's use art to inspire others, to show that progress is possible, and to remind ourselves that we are capable of greatness. And when I think when I was, when I was looking at this, I said, and just kind of putting some of this stuff together, I thought about Jamel. Jamel's in the room. Jamel Shabazz. And when you look at Jamel's photos, and also we just were introduced to Cheryl a couple of weeks ago, and Cheryl Miller and Russell Frederick. These are folks and a lot of photographers. And since we are talking to photographers and creatives, that what we do is trying to capture the joy of who we are as people is so important. And what we do is so important. Yeah, you probably say, how do you tie this in with photography? Like, we are not going back, right? But again, as photographers and creators, we capture moments that tell stories of perseverance and joy and challenges. Each click of the shutter is a testament to moving forward, capturing those essence of now and envisions bright futures. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this week, let's commit to pushing boundaries, to not settling for the status quo, and to continuously strive for better. Let's support each other in our creative endeavors and celebrate the milestones we achieve along the way. Remember, we are not going back. We are moving forward with purpose, passion, and a vision for a better tomorrow. Have a fantastic week and keep shining. So there you have it. I mean, the whole key here, let me stop sharing this little guy here. Pop on the screen. There we go. Uh-oh. There we go. The whole key is to continually move forward. We have to continually move forward, even when you're discouraged, even when it feels like nothing is happening. And for we creatives, we can get stuck in our heads. We can live in our heads, and living in our heads by alone is not a good thing, right? We need to get out of ourselves, have conversations, talk about our what we've accomplished. Usually, people around you will tell you what you've accomplished. So that way you can continue to look forward. Omar did a good job yesterday. He was like, Ron, I wake up every morning thanking, being thankful. And it helps gauge and guide my day. And quite frankly, I was in some kind of mood yesterday. Well, not really a mood, but I was achy and pain, all that stuff. I was not feeling myself yesterday. But so much had happened in 1 week. I was like, whoa, this is a bit much. But again, it takes you sharing what's going on in your world with your friends, your confidants, to help you focus. Because we all go through that. Most of the time I'm happy, cheer going, but we all have our days. We all have our moments. And so we have to reckon it. We have to now it's like one of those affirmation papers, affirmation little stickies that you put on your mirror. I used to have mirror stickies, affirmations, and this is one of those. I am not going back. And I'm hoping that it will encourage you that all that you've accomplished, you have accomplished many things that you don't even realize you've accomplished. That you will begin to look at your accomplishments and you begin to take a moment to pause and see all the good things that are happening. Because sometimes we get right into it. Like I said, we get in our heads and you forget all the good things and they're right there in front of you. Right? But thank you, Omar. Thank you for friendships. Thank you for the friends. I have to say, I am very blessed to have really good people around me that when I am off or off balance, they can give me great information. And so it's really important to not go back, to keep forward, keep thinking, and keep pressing forward. Because why? Going back is not going back to wherever that was is not the answer. Progression is the answer. Progress is the answer. We keep pressing forward. So there we have it. I hope that motivates you. Forgive me for using my own life testimony there, but I feel a whole lot better today than I did yesterday. And definitely than I felt on Friday when Omar showed up. He was like, "What is going on?" I'm sure he was like, "Ron," as like I was having a moment this weekend. But you keep pressing on, and again, look at the beautiful. This weekend was so beautiful in its entirety. Connecting with so many cool people and meeting people out in the streets. I was also at the street fair this weekend. I met some really cool people selling their products and merchandise. You just got to press forward, y'all. You just got to keep going because that blessing is around the corner. Don't give up. Keep going forward. Do not go backwards. Do not go back. Okay, that's it. That is it. We are early. What do you guys have to say about that? Anything that you want to add on? I see some stuff. I see you guys sharing in here. I see you guys sharing. And Girls Club said that's a great message. Oh, and Jetty says a hold word. I have to do better, says Elise. Elise says, Daisy says, Elise, I understand. Elise says, I am definitely not going back. Thank you, Elise. Jazzy says, I have to say, am not having the best morning. I love being in this space. Y'all truly brought a smile to my face. So thank you. Yeah, there we go, Jazzy. See, every day is not a glorious day, even though we want it to be. But there are days. But just like life, There are potholes along the way, rocks and boulders in the journey. Dr. Tachi says, yes. Anthony says, my son gave up a goal yesterday. His friend consoled him because he was down. I love that he was there for him and that I caught the moment. I love that we do. I love what we do. And I see here, Elise says, that's wonderful, Anthony. Your son has great friends. That's right. You need your friends. You need your friends. You need your family. You need whoever those people are that support you and encourage you and build you up. You need them. No person is an island to themselves. Daisy says, we all have moments. Yes, right. We all have moments. Jazzy says, me realizing the reason I wasn't seeing all the comments is because I was only looking at the top chat. you, you more, yeah, Jazzy, this is a learning experience for all of us, for especially if we're not the YouTuber geeks online, but we're learning this stuff together. This is great. This is a community that is in learning. We're learning together. Chrissy says, great advice. Okay, excellent, excellent. And then Christy sends her applause. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Today's an early day. We're off here early for a change. Usually we're here for an hour, but today we're less than an hour. So, guys, have a great week. Again, tomorrow we have our Tip Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll be talking about how to take photos for your Google reviews, because there's a lot of people in this community that do the Google reviews. So we're going to talk about taking photos, tips on better photos for your Google reviews. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Also, I forgot to do this, but I'm going to do it now, is make sure to remember to like, subscribe, and share to your friends, to your family, to the people you care about. We do this. We gather together every day as a community. So share it with your friends and family. And I think that is it for today. I do believe, we were supposed to have Madhavan come on. And Madhavan, is Madhavan in the building? Let's see. Is he in the building? He didn't show up. Maybe he's busy. Well, Madhavan was going to share about his exhibition. If you're in New York City, we'll all be gathering at what's called the Soho Gallery in Tribeca on Thursday. I will also go live. Madhavan, who's part of our community, has his first exhibition. He has 12 of his major prints on landscape photography that will be in the gallery come this Thursday in Tribeca. So he was going to talk about that briefly as well today. He's probably stuck at the gallery putting things up. I know he was supposed to be doing that today and putting the artwork up. So he was going to share today as well. But that's where he is. And so we're going to support Madhavan. He is going to have, I'm so proud of him. Madhavan, for those that don't know, has just been, he hasn't been doing photography long. It's just like 5 or 6 years. And now look at him. He has a whole solo show come this Thursday. And we are going to support him this week. Okay, so we'll be doing that. He may come on this week and share about it maybe tomorrow or maybe on Wednesday. Either way, that's what we're doing. And then Wednesday, we have our wonderful Amparo is speaking. She's going to be speaking about travel photography and learning while traveling. Learning photography while traveling. So she'll be talking about that. Our wonderful Amparo will be sharing her baby, one of the things she loves. Okay, guys, I think we're good. Guys, have a wonderful week, and let's go forward. We are not going back. Later.